Hello everyone and welcome to another custom figure showcase and another in my series of the First Doctors. And here we have, of course, the First Doctor. Or is it Theta Sigma? Well, he's both, because this is my semi-own interpretation of the First Doctor before he left Gallifrey in his semi-younger days. Now, we actually know a little bit about the First Doctor's life on Gallifrey, or at least as he would have appeared as William Hartnell. Obviously, we know a good deal about his childhood. But there was a comic called Flashback in which the First Doctor, albeit a black and white comic, appeared wearing Time Lord robes, and he had William Hartnell's face. And according to this comic, he was considered a superior on Gallifrey by some. And also, according to the novels Lungbarrow and The Eight Doctors, the Doctor worked as a, and I'm going to have to read this out because it's quite difficult to pronounce, a scrutationary archivist in the Bureau of Possible Events and rose in the high ranks of the Time Lords. So he was clearly obviously considered quite an important Time Lord himself. And obviously, because the comic is black and white, I had to come up with a colour scheme, or at least I had to decide what colour scheme. And of course I decided to go with the colour scheme of the Pyridonian chapter of the Time Lords and of the Academy, of which the Doctor was a member. So it fits in terms of colour as well, and in terms of look. So overall, obviously, it is a base Time Lord figure. The head is obviously a William Hartnell figure, of which I have then sculpted on the crown cap. And then the arm sleeves are from a Chancellor, I think it's Chancellor Palpatine, or is it Emperor Palpatine? Anyway, it's from a 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figure, which I have taken off. I've cut off the arms, and I have then just used Milliput to fix them in place. Some of you will recognise I did the same thing on my 4th Doctor in robes from the Deadly Assassin. And that's pretty much it. It's a very simple, relatively simple custom to do, because in repainting, the only things I've really had to repaint are the underpart of the robes I've repainted, and obviously the interior of the robes here. The base robe is actually all the same, so I've had to match up the colour of the arms to the robe, which is a little bit off. It's not perfect. Obviously, I've repainted the robes, the hem of the robes underneath here as well. And then on the collar, I have also given it a little bit of a stipple of orange, just to make it look a bit more orange like the Pyridonian chapter, and also to match the undercolour of the robes, and giving it a gold trim. The gold trim does rub off a little bit, so there's a few red patches underneath. But overall, very pleased with how it's come out. I think it looks great, and it's nice to have a sort of pre-Doctor, First Doctor figure, as it were. I don't have any other plans on making any sort of child versions of him or anything like that at the moment, but who knows, in future I might do. But that brings to a close another edition of the First Doctors and another custom figure showcase. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation, and you can get involved. There is exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you in another video very soon.